Libra, welcome to your Astro Reels. It's my pleasure to read for you. As you know, these readings are timeless and signless. Yay! So that means that you don't have to have any significant Libran placements in your field, and you don't have to be watching this video at the time that it's being published for the messages to be for you. If it doesn't resonate, I would invite you to take a step back and then come back at a later time, see if the messages are recognizable at that time. And if it does resonate, then yay, get it. Use your discernment per the usual. Also, if you'd like to work more closely with me, you know exactly where to find me on my Etsy page. And if you are a mission-based soul, whether you call yourself a starseed, light worker, earth angel, indigo child, rainbow child, all that stuff, then feel free to start checking out the ascension readings that are coming through right now. I've been asked to do more channelings relating to that community, and in particular those messages are coming through for those of you who are leading leaders. So you're either leading bunch of star seeds or mission people, or you're leading those who are leading those. So make sure that you come in, get your mind right, all those kinds of things. All right, let's continue onward. Now, Libra, or whoever you are, because these are really collective readings, I do want to let you know there's a little bit of apprehension in your field right now. It's feeling the best word is tenuous. The energy feels like very tenuous right now. I see the word on track, which is good, but there's almost like apprehension about it. And here we see this cute little guy, ding, getting ready to go on this train, and we've got, of course, the lamp post that has 3 different signs pointing in different directions to let people know, you know, in what direction they should be going. But there's an apprehension here. What I'm getting here is I want to see what this next card is that should go right here. Maybe it's this card. I don't know. We'll check it in a second. But oh, it wants to come back here. Okay, there we go. But it's almost like you, represented by this person who is being on this card that says on track, but feels very apprehensive. Your energy, your mindset, the mindset is like, well, I've done all this. I've followed these steps that I'm supposed to take. And by the way, we see this card representing receiving guidance from your spirit team. We see the initiation card here. This is looking at those of you collecting. A lot of you have been collecting, connecting with each other and becoming a collective. So some of you may have started groups or joined groups. Now, and those groups may be at the 3D level related to ascension stuff, you know, whether you're joining moon circles or starting groups for heart-based, you know, whatever, or maybe you just joined an order of something somewhere. But it doesn't have to be that at the 3D level. It could actually be at the 3D level. Maybe you just joined a jump roping club, right? And totally seemingly non-related to any of this energetic stuff. But as you know, it's, you know, if you're on this channel, we're not necessarily working in the 3D, and we a lot of these messages are going to your multidimensional selves. So you may think you're joining a jump rope club because that's what it looks like in the 3D, but the people who have joined there are beings that have special designations to do special things or certain things. And when I say special, we'll always remember that we're not talking about people who are better or worse, because in God's reality, not our reality, in the Creator's reality, there is no separation, 3 minutes 33 seconds, and that means that there's no better or worse. There's no one who's more special than the other. We're looking down here at function. So when I'm saying special, I'm talking about specialists, right? Technicians, people who have initiations to do certain things, people who've trained for lifetimes to step into certain positions here, people who can reach certain people because of the energetic frequencies that they have in their energy field. So this is what I'm talking about. It's specializations, okay? So people are joining for the sake of doing that. I see that if you did join a group, there may be a little bit of a stuck energy going on there for a second. And this energy, it feels like, wow, I just had it. What is it? It's in this card. It feels a little bit like, whoa, Nelly, like the reins have been pulled a little bit. And maybe as a group, you guys are still trying to determine how you're going to move forward, or what is this group about? Or even if you're working on a special project for yourself, you may be wondering, well, where is this going? Where do I want to take this? Right? So this seems a little bit like it could be a moment for reflection. So I have some good news here. I see an energy wanting to come right here, boink, between here and here, boink. And that energy is saying that the reason for the apparent slowdown is, let me feel into it, or the reason for the apprehension here, countering or coming in alignment, in conjunction, coming in conjunction with this seeming slowdown and whatever you've been doing. The reason for that is because, okay, good. Because you should be taking a pause. That's it. So sometimes we want to just kind of railroad through. You see how they said railroad is literally train. We want to railroad through a process. I know I'm a little bit guilty of that. I don't really take time to reflect and whatnot. I'm just like, come on, let's do it. Why am I not doing it? What am I doing? Right? And so they're saying that it's important to take pauses. And in those pauses for reflection / downtime, whatever it is, what can happen is that information can come in. So you see, if here he is like representing the group taking a whoa, Nelly, a pause and whatever's happening. So see how my hands are doing this. It's like, we want to go forward, but and so here you are poised to get on this train to move forward, and you're like apprehensive, right? It's like that energy. And the reason why is see this window is because when you take this pause, this heavenly pause, this divine pause, information can come through in your dreams, through light codes, through a 3D vessel. So maybe somebody randomly tells you something around the way. Maybe you need to be in a certain place to see a certain billboard, right? There are messages that need to come through. It's really I need to get more lighting. I will say that. Excuse me, everyone. Let me go see if I can make this space a little lighter. And in the meantime, you can enjoy these cute little candies. I'll enjoy it for you guys. 1 second. Yum. I don't know why I'm acting like it's going to be that much lighter. Is it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that helped, but whatever. The light is here. Will there be light? There it is. All right. Oh my God, yes. Yes to those candies. All right, so where were we? King of Forces. Interesting. Remember I said there needs to be a card there, and then I pulled it back here. It's just giving me the same vibes. See how there you are, super cute, ding, like hesitating before getting on this train. Here we have a full-on embankment here. He could just hop over, but it's almost like he's kind of stuck there. He's waiting, right? It's the same energy. So I don't know what else to tell you guys. But during this, other than what I've told you, but I was going to say during this, look at him rolling his sleeves up. During this pause, this heavenly pause, this divine pause, the reason why I'm saying it that way is because, well, that's the words that they want to say, but also because there was a session. Yeah, these are sessions that we're channeling session. But there was a session that we did a few sessions ago, and I don't remember which sign it was. It was an astro reel, and it talked about divine pause or much needed pause. That energy is this energy. So remember, just because I'm putting these messages out, and I don't even put it out regularly or every day. Sometimes the energies just flow like that. But just because it's from months ago or whatnot doesn't mean it's not still energetically viable. This is energy, right? And so we thank our guides for giving us that reference so that we can go back to that video and take a look at the messages that were in there. I can't remember which video it was, but it's in the title. The word pause, either divine pause or heavenly pause or sacred pause or one of those things. Now, in this pause, what's going to happen is that there's going to be information coming in for you. And I do feel that you're going to have to get a little physical for this information. So for some of you who would like to get some somatic work done, get it, right? If you'd like to do some stretches in your home, do it. If you want to exercise, do it. Hey, maybe even jump roping, do it. That was so specific. Jump roping, why not? But there's a reason why, and that's because part of it is, yes, thank you, part of it is because they're sending the information in, and part of it is because the information is within you. Well, technically everything's within us, but this information is within you. And it's happened before when I'm working on clients, God bless, where I will notice that there's information stored in certain parts of their body. I've noticed a lot that underneath the nail beds, don't ask why. there's often info like codes and stuff, time release, of course, codes stored in there. So please remember that you are literally a walking library. So when we talk about how powerful people are down here, why do you think so many people in the mission-based community are quote unquote fighting to liberate people? It's because people are so living in such a fantasy world of mainstream society. They wake up in the morning, they turn the news on because they want to find out about who's saying what happened, what people got killed, and then they go to work, they talk about that, they don't focus on themselves, they get into gossip, they come home, what do? They turn the TV on right away, start streaming. If they're not looking at more news, they're looking at shows. Like all of this stuff is just, it's just wiring you into a state of unconsciousness where it's like, you know, all you're losing is what? Time. You can come back here another lifetime. We all might, you know, for many reasons. A lot of people are out here saying, this is my last lifetime. Well, you know, let me go ahead and just grab another one of those hearts, you know, need a Snickers, right? But my point that I'm trying to say is that it's important to be mindful, you know, make the use of your time and understand that you're very, 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 very powerful. You've got stuff all over your body. You've got stuff buried in your subconscious that you could probably levitate out of your room if you understood what you really were. And when you start to wake up and you start to understand this and things start to make sense to you and you start to become the very people that you used to mock because mainstream mocks them, you will start to understand that there's a reason why people dedicate their entire lifetime and lifetimes, if you see their past lives, their lifetimes, and they train in between lives and they go through certain lifetimes where they're just struggling and suffering just so they can prepare to be here at this time. You'll understand what they're doing this for. Okay? It's to liberate the sleeping sovereign being. That's it. And if you weren't so powerful, you would not have so many forces. Okay? So many forces on all levels of the field. Not just the physical field, we're talking about different levels of the energy field. You wouldn't have so many forces trying to control you, okay? And that's about as much as we'll get into that kind of talk here. But we see our guides here. The Buddha prepares, initiation, the Buddha prepares, the Ark of the Covenant, meeting with your guides, being out in the field, observing, right? There are beings that observe our world, just so you know, our reality. And sometimes they walk amongst us and you won't even tell. Some of them are incarnated. Some of them, a lot of them are incarnated. I'll just tell you that. And they're clients that I have to get permission from the powers that be to even read their energy field. And then sometimes they're saying, don't even talk about this client, even if you don't say their name, because, you know, in like instructional things like this. Because they're undercover. They're all sorts of stuff. So 13 minutes, 13 seconds. Please understand, I don't know why they're going into this information for you, but we see them looking at you here. We see them looking at you here. We see this butterfly in disguise looking at you. So please understand that if these messages are for you, there's a reason why we're doing what we're doing, is what they're saying. And that message is to kind of get you up and out. And I know they're talking to me because me lying down so much, I'm sorry Taurus moon. But that being said, there are a lot of you who may still, not to say not take this seriously, but may not believe it. You may not believe who you are, what your mission is. And if you know, then you know what we do on this channel is mission stuff. So if you want to come and chat about your mission related details, come see me. If you want to talk about your ex-boyfriend, it's all related, come see me. Whatever it is, if you feel called to my work, then come see me so we can chat about this. But it's so funny, I heard someone say the world needs you. Yes, so the world needs you. No pressure, but the world does need you to think about yourself in a higher way. All right? Because you are here for a purpose. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end this message here, this call here. And if you'd like to work more personally, you know, with me, you know exactly where to find me. But until then, yeah, keep going and make time for more information to come through and for more reflection. Okay? Bye.